Hey, good morning YouTube. This is your friend Siren Frost, and today I'm giving you guys a deck profile that is way long past due. This is my upgraded Royal Paladin Jewel Knight Stride deck profile. And now I know some of you may not ever think about me doing this deck again, because the main reason why I didn't do this deck is because I was waiting for some certain cards to come into process with this deck for my ideal. But however, this deck is not really an ideal deck that I want it to be, but it's close enough. And plus, the strides are kind of difficult to get off because some people are so fucking idiots, and all of a sudden, because of Sanctuary Guard, people want to play those kind of cards. So fuck. And I heard the ban list lift Swordmy up from any other Royal Paladin clan and place her straightly into where she belongs, into a Jewel Knight deck. So for most of you who are shady bitches and who think that's completely unfair because you want to use Swordmy as a way to use Sanctuary Guard, well, guess what, Sanctuary Guard players? Jewel Knight wins. Fucktality on that one. Now, anyways, without any further... And, oh yeah. So, yeah. This deck was also the beginning of mine and Jane Storm's friendship, because this is a deck we used to tease each other's decks a lot. Like, I talk shit about his Kageros, and he talks shit about my Jewel Knights, and poke fun of me, and I poke fun of him. So, you know, when he sees this video, then he's going to start doing more of that again, and hope to God he didn't die. So, anyway, so without any further ado, let's get on with the deck profile. My starting Vanguard, of course, is always going to be Desired Jewel Knight Heloise. Now, I've seen people play Tiffany, but Tiffany's good, but Heloise can actually give you the boost ability. As long as you have 3 or more rear guards with Jewel Knight in its name, when this unit boosts a unit, 3,000 power is added to the boosting unit. So basically, that unit gains 8,000 power. So, and unless you're playing, you know, Evangeline, that's going to add a lot more pressure to your opponent. So, that's why I mainly run her. And plus, you know, she's not really bad for a blonde, so I'll take notice on the blondes. Because I could be blonde sometimes too. But I'm sure as hell no Barbie. Okay, hold on guys, I gotta sneeze. Ugh. Fucking weather. Sorry guys. It's one of those days that you just don't want to get out of bed. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so. Oh, and I'm sorry, and I apologize for having the window open as well. Because, you know, it's hot in here. So, yeah. Alright, so for my trigger lineup, I got 4 heals, 4 polys. You know, just why the fuck not? And then in this deck, we're playing 12 crits. So we have 4 Jewel Knight Rachelles, or Blazing Jewel Knight Rachelles, 4 Jewel Knight Noble Singers, and the newest critical trigger, straight Jewel Knight Bartram. The only straight man in Jewel Knights. For most of you that do know what he does, but I'm just going to read to him anyways. He's a rearguard auto ability. At the end of your turn, if you have a Vanguard Jewel Knight in its name, and if you have 3 or more Jewel Knight rearguards, draw a card and put this unit on top of your deck and shuffle your deck. So he helps you get a free card and return them to the deck, so you can constantly use them again and again and again. Which is a polite way of saying fuck you to your opponents. That's what I think. And I'm sorry for being a bigger bitch about this, but you know what? For most of you that do know me, I'm a queen. And queens are more bitchy than straight men. Alright, so anyways, that's for grade 2s. And now for grade 1s, I'm playing the newest Jewel Knight. 4 copies of Calling Jewel Knight Christine. Now, she has this weird ability. I think it's like a time... I don't know how you can actually say it. I'm still working on the process. I'm still working on it, but I'm going to read to you what she does. So, yeah, this is a rear guard ability. So, Counterblast 1 and choose a grade 3 from your hand and reveal it. When this unit is placed on rear guard circle, if you have 3 or more rear guards with Jewel Knight in its name, if you do pay the cost, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 with Jewel Knight in its name, superior or call it. Shuffle your deck, and at the end of the turn, put the card called with this effect to your hand. Choose a card from your hand and discard it. So, I think in this case, this is kind of weird, but she might be the other version of a strike fodder, because she allows you to get a grade 3 to your hand, but only at the end of the turn when that grade 3 is called to the rearguard circle. I'm still working out the kinks in this one, but I love the ability and I love the armor, so Christine has earned a place in the Jewel Knight community. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Security Jewel Knight Alwain. If my Vanguard has... So, this ability is pretty much cake to cake. As long as my Vanguard has Ashlei with Ashlei in its name, for every Ashlei card that goes from the drop zone is put back in the bottom of the deck, you can add 5,000 power to any rearguard or Vanguard that has Ashlei in her name. So this helps you gives Ashlei more power than anything. And since I don't run Salome in this, so Jaden can't bitch at me for this, Ashlei has earned a bigger place in this game. Well, for me, that is. Next, we're playing the final Jewel Knight. 4 copies of Jewel Knight Sabremy. She's in here basically as your strike break or your limit break enabler, your limit eraser. Yeah. Because we want to use Jewel Knight Ashlei's abilities early on before late game. Like, if you guys see my video featuring me and my friend Everett, who plays like a colony, go check that video out. And, when you're up against Darkface or Machinings, I think that might be a good choice. But that's just me. I'm not sure if that's what all you might think, because we all think differently, and that's okay. Now for Perfect Guard, for the last grade ones, I did something very completely differently that I've never thought I would do, but it worked versatilely. I'm playing 2 copies of Holy Knight Guardian and 2 copies of Hopekeeper. I know you're probably all thinking, like, why are you playing 2 of each, and more importantly, why are you playing Hopekeeper? Some of you may think she's bad, some of you may think she's a good card to have, but only if that Brave ability can work. Now, I mainly use her because I need 1 more Holy Knight Guardian to complete a full playset, and 1 more Hopekeeper. So these 2 are kind of intertwined right now. So, and I had this little idea. Instead of using Isolde, which I would love to, but I figured these 2. I need the counter blasting. I need it from her, and I need it to call her to the rear guard and use her brave ability. So she goes back to my hand either way. So that's what I think is new about this, and it's very versatile. When I get my last Holy Knight Guardian or Hopekeeper, I will decide which Perfect Guard is best. And for grade 2, we're playing 4 copies of Banding Jewel Knight Miranda. As long as your Vanguard has Ashlei in her name, 2,000 power is added when she attacks. And her other ability is, when the attack hits the Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Ashlei in her name, you can transfer 3,000 power to any rear guard on the field, on the board. On your side of the board. So, she's basically in there to straighten up your formation and your units as well. And I'm an Emerald, and she is an Emerald, so, yeah. Jewels are the girl's best friend, but sometimes a bad way to drag queens. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Linking Jewel Knight Tilda. Whenever a grade 3 is called to the Vanguard, or placed in the Vanguard circle, you can superior call 1 grade 3, or is it grade 3? Or up to 1 grade 3 or grade 1 or less Royal Paladin and superior call it. So it could be any other Royal Paladin card if you want. Like, you can superior call Hopekeeper for that matter. And you can get her ability of Brave. And even though I don't know anything about Brave, I'm letting you guys right now, I don't know anything about Brave. But it's passive, okay? You want to call upon multiple attacks. Just like Pale Moons and Grand Blue, multiple attacks do count. So that's why she's in here. I would have gone with another different one, but I'm not complaining that much. And then finally, we're playing 4 copies of Jewel Knight Swordmy. One of the cards that I was bitching about getting, and I finally have her in my disposal, at my possession. Not disposal. I can't think today, guys. I'm not high or anything, but I'm just tired. Anyways, what Jewel Knight Swordmy does is that she has special counter blast as a card with Jewel Knight in its name, and when this unit is placed on the Vanguard on a rearguard circle, you can call 1 grade grade 1 or less Jewel Knight from your deck and superior call it. And what I love about her is that you don't have to use, she doesn't have that, if you have 3 or more rear guards for Jewel Knight, its name. You can actually just superior call a grade 1 Jewel Knight from your deck. So that's why she's in here, and I finally got 4 of there. Yay! So that means I can stop bitching about it for a while. Alright, so my final grade 3s, we have 4 copies of Pure Heart Jewel Knight Ashlei. Now, I know you're all probably thinking that Breakride is terrible now. Breakride is out of bounds. Bull fucking shit. You forget who you're talking to here. And in this deck, she is a must. Now, for most of you that do know Breakrides, they gain 10,000 power and a certain ability, right? Ashlei's ability, Breakride skill is, whenever a Royal Paladin rides on top of her, giggity, they get 10,000 power and plus 1 critical. So and then for her other ability is, she gets that, whenever she attacks a Vanguard, 2,000 power is added to her attack. So she's a 13k attacker by herself. So, those 2 skills alone are good. And fuck the Lord ability, so fuck that. And then we got the Crossbreak version of her is one of my personal favorites, Broken Heart Jewel Knight Ashlei Reverse. She was making headlines a little bit at a time when Badger was using her for his Sanctuary Guard build. Sorry. So, but I use her personally because she is the justice system. Fuck Dimension Police. No offense to Jaden's teammate, but she is a true amnesty. No, she's the envoy of justice. Okay, let's make that right clear. Okay, so limit break ability is you counterblast 1 card and you lock a Jewel Knight card, and then you can choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it, and then you can superior call 1 Jewel Knight from your deck to the field. And as long as you have a copy of Pure Heart Jewel Knight Ashlei in the soul, 2,000. She's a continuous 13k attacker. So the first time when you summon her, she'll be a 23 plus 1 critical. But at the end of that turn, she'll just be a straight 13,000. So, but you can still use limit break abilities like crazy. That's why we have Sabremy in here, or Sabremy, Swordmy. You can do a lot of shit ton of combos with this thing. And that's why she's my personal favorite and the avatar of justice in this deck. Now, I know you're probably all thinking, a reverse unit being justice? Bullshit. Well, you guys don't know me all that well then. Now, for strides, for the GZone, we got, of course, 4 copies of Climax Jewel Knight Lord Evangeline, aka the Vag Queen. Now, what her ability does, you flip a copy of either herself or any other G unit in your G zone, face up, but mainly for her, and for every Evangeline G unit face up in your G zone, as long as you have 3 more rear guards with Jewel Knight in their names, you can give 3,000 power to all your units, including the Vanguard. So if you have total, and since they're Persona Blast, if you have 3 of these on the field, or face up in G zone, 9,000 power will be added straight to your rear guards and to yourself. So you're gonna be hitting for bigger numbers than you can lead on. And I don't know why so many people don't like her that much. I mean, she's a beautiful Jewel Knight, and her ability is not as bad unless you guys know. If you guys are real, now here's the thing: if you are all real Jewel Knight players, you should appreciate what Evangeline can do and give her a chance and not judge. Because I know some of you shady bitches out there can judge. Do not ever judge my Evangeline. She is the best to me. And I'm sick and tired of people just bashing her like crazy. Next off, I played 2 copies of Aerial Divine Knight Altmile. Now here's the funny thing. I hardly ever use this guy. I never even used this guy once in my tournament. Like, I wanted to, but then, there's a tie between him and the other one I'm about to show you soon. But Aerial Divine Knight, but Altmile is not really as bad. But I just think he's more of an Altmile build than, my build. But his skill is, choose a face-down card named Aerial Divine Knight Altmile in your G-Zone, face up. When this unit is placed on Vanguard circle, pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets a new ability, continuous ability. All the units in your front row get plus 3,000 power. Then, if the number of face-up G-zones is 2 or more, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card, call to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 5,000 power. Now, like I said, guys, he's more of the Altmile build than my Jewel Knight build. But he's in here because I don't have any more Royal Paladin G-zones. Just whatever I'm using is what I'm working with right now. So that's all he's in here for. And then finally, we're playing 2 copies of Divine Knight of Flashing Flame Samuel. I have never used this guy for a long ass time. And what he does is, when this unit attacks the Vanguard, as long as you have 5 or more rear guards in your rear guard circles, you can counterblast 2, and your opponent takes 1 damage. Triggers do count. Trigger effects do count. So that's the sad part. So yeah, you basically can just hit a blow to your opponents early on before you start doing your triple drive. So he's not really a bad card. Like I said, he's just an alternative until I get some more good stuff, and we all like some good stuff. Anyways, guys, that is my final, my Royal Paladin Jewel Knight deck profile update, and I'm finally happy that I got this done. It's been way too long since since the Jewel Knights have ever had some attention on my channel. I think yeah, never mind. But anyways, guys, like, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting me on, what builds I want to do, and on my channel and all that stuff, and I'm starting to get tongue-tied, this is fucked up, and shout out to my friend Jane Storm for being the biggest inspiration for me to continue on making Jewel Knights, because our back and forth has always been fun. It's never been meant to become mean, and some people may think it's like, offensive or something like that, but you know what? Fuck them. You and I know each other well enough to know that we are the complete opposites of what our clans are. Royal Paladin is one of mine, and Kagero is mainly yours. Now, hopefully we will see each other in the flesh and in real life, and so I can kick your ass with this deck. Just kidding. Pointing in front of him. Now, we don't know what the matches will go because we're both very skilled. We're very good fighters. You're at the pro level, and I'm at the mid-game level. So we'll just see how this goes, and again, thank you so much for being the inspiration to me continue on being a card fighter that I am, and hopefully we'll see each other in the future. So anyways, guys, this is my deck profile of my Jewel Knight strides featuring Ashlei. And again, if you guys want to go ahead and look at my videos, please go ahead and scroll through them and see what you guys think. And please subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it, and all that good glamour. So anyways, guys, this is Siren Frost signing out. Bye.